I feel like you alone get a lot of leaks before anyone else, or at least you publicize them before anyone else. And I know you were saying that you're not like a data miner, you're not balls deep in the files, procuring this yourself. So would you say more of your leaks come from you scouring the internet and finding things and putting it together? Or do you have like this network of people who are like moles, maybe some insiders into some of these companies that come to you and then you deliver that information?
I currently have like 3 sources that can give me reliable information that are either from people that are connected or they themselves are connected. The guy, my original source, who just randomly hit me up while I was in my living room one day and started the whole thing with sources. I haven't heard from him talk sometimes, but he hasn't gotten anything fresh for me in a while. I mean, me and TGR are really well connected. You know, we're kind of, I'm trying to build this thing to not be I'm one individual leaker, look at me. I want it to be all of us have connections and these people know that they can trust us and that we're credible to not share who they are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go down and get a cease and desist from Activision and then be like, so-and-so sent me all this, you should go for them. Like, fuck no, dude. If I give you my word and I give you confidentiality, you have confidentiality. Like, that's probably, if you were to talk to a real journalist, they'd probably tell you that's the hardest thing to do. They think all these big companies and stuff, they don't want, that's a huge deal to release information and shit like that. And you can't really trust these major publishers with that shit most of the time, unless they're like Charlie. So hopefully it's not even a hope, it's happening. We have all the biggest leakers being combined right now, and we're all sharing our information together. And I don't do a lot of the internet research like you were saying. I do a little bit, but at the same time, I have people constantly feeding me different information, and I try to make sure that I have at least 3 verifications of something before I tell you guys that it's 99% true.
I see. That's cool. That's really cool. So you kind of developed this network of people that can, Jesus Christ, that can help you out. So how did you know, when you were saying about not giving up your sources under any circumstances, this is kind of an aside, but it reminds me of James O'Keefe, Project Veritas kind of thing. He's a reporter that does some kind of undercover stuff with respect to, like, you know, politics and shit like that. And he's been threatened with some crazy shit. And he's stuck to his guns, and when you were going on about that reminded me a lot of him and their organization, and I respect that a lot. My next question would be, how did you develop all of these? Like, how did you start to develop this network? If it wouldn't give anything away, I'm assuming there was at some point some first contact or first like leak or piece of information you got. How does someone get in the position that you're in now, where you have multiple inside sources that are reliable and trustworthy and feel confident coming to you with this information?
Right now I'm trying to just continue to build it because of everything that I'm doing professionally at this point, you know? Trying to move from a small stream fan side to like the more professional side, even though we are a fan. And I just think that could you just reword your question to me one time? I want to make sure I'm not answering it to the wrong topic.
Yeah, you're good. That was helpful. But another part of my question was, how did you first get into this world? Like, for example, if I wanted to start getting inside sources and inside leaks or whatever, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I don't know who to go to, who to, you know, contact or whatever. So not that I'm looking to, but I'm just curious how you got started. Like, who was your first, okay, inartfully worded.
I know exactly what you're saying. I got you.
All right. Yeah.
It's a really funny story. And it was when everything kind of changed with me in the subreddit and people started saying that I was kind of getting too personally involved and this, that, and the other. But I'm just sitting in my living room playing with my daughter one night, and I get a guy, and he DM'd me on my Discord, and laid out a whole fuck ton of credentials that he had, and that he wanted to give me information as long as I could guarantee his confidentiality, and that I would make sure that no matter what happens, that his name does not come out of my fucking mouth. And I made sure that I verified before I told him yes. I was like, you got to show me, like, I see everything you're posting and I see all this, but how do I know that you're that guy? And this guy with a verified Twitter account told me, tell me anything you want me to tweet right now.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I don't remember what I said. It was something really fucking stupid, like queef. I think I told him to say queef.
He made a blue checkmark tweet queef. That's such a baller move.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get him to say some weird shit that I know, like,
for sure.
And he did. As soon as I said it, he said, I tweeted it. Let me know when you see it so I can delete it. And I was like, hold on. And at that moment, I was like, holy fuck. I literally, like, looked at my wife. I was like, this is
big.
10 o'clock at night. I have work the next morning, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
That's crazy, dude.
It started like that, and then from then on, from my dealing with him, I've learned how interactions go.
Yeah. So you were kind of just involved in that community of people who are really active on these subreddits, who are engaging with the community. And it sounds like you must have also, in that community or those communities, established yourself as a serious person, obviously as a trustworthy person, because this guy, I mean, ostensibly took a huge risk in DMing.
I had to
that
ask
to
him
you.
Why the fuck he did it too. I had to ask him.
And what was his answer? Because that's that's a great question.
Why me? And he basically said what you said. That he's been following my subreddit from the get-go. He was there from the get-go. He's seen the way I interact with people, and I seem like a really genuine guy. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right, dude? Your job is on that line. And he's like, I've always been a good judge of character. And I was like, all right, well, don't suck me off too hard. I'm just some fucking dude named Doug. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
he could have told anybody. He could have definitely let TGR know something like that. Like, there's other leakers that are out there that have been known to not snitch.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool, though, man. That's cool. But I mean, I would say that he was a good judge of character. You haven't given anyone up yet. You've been in this scene for quite a while, and you know, I don't know you too well, but from our interactions thus far and from what I've seen of you publicly, I would agree with his opinion that I really don't think you're about to fuck anyone over, sell anyone out, because you seem like a genuine good dude, and also it wouldn't be good for you either, you know?
No.
So I think he has a pretty good assurance, and I think we as the listeners do as well. That's really interesting. That's really interesting.